the original sales structure was always built on rapport, and always will be built on rapport, in my opinion.
Of course, yeah.
And what that really means is that cold outreach or prospecting can, through automation, be a lot easier, for sure. We do that. But owning the ability to connect, look, if LinkedIn shut you down because of hate speech, because you said that you supported Trump, because you didn't like the way that anti-vaxxers were doing this or whatever, right? Because these are private companies. It's very topical at the moment. But these are private companies, irrespective of what you think. If Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn shut you off and close your accounts, which they do regularly to all sorts of different people, if you're primarily marketing and doing sales on those platforms, you're fucked. Yeah. And you've got to find a solution quickly. What they can't do, or it's very hard to do, is to limit you from contacting people that have already expressed an interest, i.e. via email.
Yes.
And you always own that database. You always own that. And if Facebook shuts down and goes down tomorrow, the whole thing, it doesn't matter. You're still in a position whereby you can go and contact them. And as I say, that concept was, my eyes were really open to that concept through my friends who are, you know, marketing experts in e-commerce, and the power of that database was you know, sort of shined a lot more, right? When I realized that was the case, because yes, you can go and spend all your time trying to look great on Facebook and LinkedIn, and I'm doing this and check me out and like, share and subscribe and all that shit, right? But at the end of the day, the guys who are running successful email campaigns to their subscribers are already making money, and they're making money hand over fist. And guess what? It's all compliant, and they don't have the headaches of looking, you know, to do cold marketing in the same way that everybody else is doing. They got results, and as a result of getting those results, they got bigger and better clients, and those bigger clients are titans in the industry, and they went from being a small player to a titan in the marketing industry very, very quick, really based on that concept. Don't waste your time on these social media platforms. As much as we all love to do it, it's all about balance. You know, I'm kind of extreme because I spend a lot of time on Facebook and I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn, and generally while I'm doing it, I hate it. I question myself. But there's a controversial guy called Dan Penner who, think of what you want to think of him, whether or not you think he's great or not, but he comes up with a few aggressive gems, and one that will always ring truth, and I'll probably phrase it wrong, but he says, you know, how many people have you face fucked, linked fucked, tweet fucked in the last 25 days and not got a response from? You're just wasting your time.
I really thought that was going somewhere else in the beginning.
So, you know, back to OnlyFans. But it's a relevant point. You know, you can get tremendous amount of business from these platforms if you know exactly what you're doing and you can replicate it day in, day out, and you're doing it in the right way. You absolutely can. At the same time, you run the risk of wasting your whole entire day, you know, looking and searching on Facebook and interacting in things that you shouldn't be interacting with, and your mind being taken away and being distracted. And that also runs a massive risk. So, you know, when you take that element out and you go, okay, well, look, you know, I've got a lead list of people who signed up for something. I'm going to go and start marketing with that, which has been proven all the time to get results, and allows you then to go and have other things in your life. Then I think that that's something that's real special, because, you know, certainly through the pandemic, I think a lot of people have been glued to Facebook, for example.
Yeah.
And you realize that most of the people that you're on your Facebook, you know, would you like to meet them if you haven't met them yet? No. You know,
I have a rule about my personal Facebook is unless I personally know you well, you're not on it.
Yeah, I mean, again, you know, you can lose a lifetime, right? And people now, they don't like to be, you know, engaged in discussion with people who have opposing views because, oh, you don't think it's my way, and then, you know, all this cancel culture, and it's just generally, it's just exposure of nonsense. It's just a lot of noise. You know, if you think back to when we were doing sales, when we first started, and we sort of approached us, if we approached our sales trainers and sort of talked about Facebook and stuff like that, they were like, dude, shut the fuck up, get on the phone.
Yeah.
Simple as. How many calls have you made today? Not enough.
Yeah.
Well, you better close some business then. That was it, you know?
Yeah.
Then somebody started creeping in with the social media and started getting business and doing networks. Okay. And then it started to evolve. But you can say the same thing now to a certain degree, which is, well, okay, you just spent 8 hours on LinkedIn. Doing what? Liking somebody
How much
else.
money did it bring you?
Yeah, how much? A lot of the people who are getting really good results are people who have got, you know, don't have great views. They don't have loads of likes. But what happens is, as we know from experience, is that they see you, they read your opinion or whatever, and then they reach out to you. That person then does business with you, and they do a significant amount of business with you. You're not publicly sort of saying that this is happening, but it was a result of. I was reading something which was really quite cool, which was how likes and follows and whatnot now, because a lot of it can be faked, as we all know, it's not seen as that credibility anymore. It's just seen as an extra thing that comes up on your screen. Oh, this person's got 50,000 likes. There's no point in me trying to contact him. He must be really busy. Next. You've just shot yourself in your foot, right? Just because you have a load of likes and a load of people to follow you, you know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, as I say, by using certain elements of social media is fantastic and can be really good for your business. But like anything in life, you know, you need to make sure that you are controlling it and it's not controlling you. And this plug in and play, the whole idea about it is to make sure that you are using the correct tools, getting effective results, and so that you can have balance in your life. Because, you know, as I'm getting older, I don't want to be doing this for the rest of my life, right? But at the same time, I really like the idea of doing it the rest of my life without having to put the same effort that I did when I was a few years younger, right?
No, but there's also something else. You know, you have people who are good at different types of sales, right? Some people are very good at face-to-face sales. Some people are very good at phone sales. Some people are very good, you know, at different things. But essentially with the way business is now, not just because of the pandemic, but in general, where people are located worldwide, right? Unless you're going to hop on a plane for each meeting, then you need to learn how to work en masse, pretty much, like, you know, just to send to everybody, but in a way that's not just, you know, throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. It's something that's actually good. But that's not easy to do. I know, for example, you know, face-to-face sales I can do. I'm good at. Phone sales I can also do. Email sales, no, I cannot. You know, getting someone interested via email, I could, but incredibly hard for me to do.
Yeah, and I found that there's a lot of people who follow that or have that same trait as well, right? For example, you know, we've come from a face-to-face, a phone background, you know, migrating things to an email. A lot of people will just think, oh, okay, so you just automate emails in order to get on a presentation, for example.
It's more than that.
It's not always the case, because a lot of sales via email can be done automatically.